Hey guys, so we're back, and I went in and added labels on my layers. You guys might want to do the same thing. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bind the goggles to the rig and make it work with this right here. And another thing we're gonna do is make sure everything follows so that we get this kind of deformation here. Yeah. I also took the liberty of taking all the mouth joints and parenting them here, so I can see how far things are going, and I can start correcting stuff here with weight painting. All right, so let's get to it. One more deformation check. So everything's deforming the way I want it to, and I like how we get these nice creases when we twist. They just add a bit more to the character, I think. Yeah, we are gonna fix a few stuff here with weight painting. It's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be fun. Oh dear Lord. Alright, so one more thing you guys might want to check is flipping. Check for flipping if there's any flipping at this point so far. We got one here. So these guys are flipping. But they don't seem to flip on the other side. That is weird. We'll take care of that later. So anyways, let's bind this. Let's bind these guys together. Alright, so first off, we'll take this guy. Now, what we want this to do is quite different because we want it to follow, right? We don't want it to follow 100% because we want it to deform as well. So what we can do is we can bind this easily. So we'll take this guy and then we'll select from here. Then let's go to skin, bind skin, smooth bind, and let's do joint hierarchy. We wanted to use this hierarchy. Closest in hierarchy, dual quaternion, interactive, and apply. Don't worry about that, because what we're going to do is we're going to select the, well, if I show you what that looks like, it's not going to work the way you want it to. It's deforming quite weird. Now this cool trick will fix that. So I'll select this guy, I'll select this, then I'll go to skin, edit smooth skin, and then I'll do copy skin weights. And now what that does is it copies the skin weights of the body and places it on itself, and now it deforms exactly the way I want it to. Yeah, with all the deformation there because he copied the weights, and it's really cool. Very quick fix. And as for this guy, we want to crank constrain this guy here. So I'll select this and I'll go to skin, edit smooth, constrain, crank constrain that there. Now we have our goggles following quite well. This we will fix with weight paints. That will be quite simple, and the rest is acting quite well. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. So when we're going to be deforming this, we're going to place in one controller that will control all of these guys here at the same time when we rotate the head. We want the head to rotate like that. And we'll just add a separate controller for here so we can pull this up and pull it down when we want to. We can create several different minions from this one rig, which is really cool, because that way we don't have to go in and remodel every single minion we want. We can also scale this guy up. Yeah, we might have to add a scale deformer for the goggles as well if you want that. That's really simple to add. Just select this, and go to constrain, scale. And now with that scale constraint, we can go up and scale this up, and yeah, we have several different things coming out of this rig. And yeah, you guys can apply this everywhere, anywhere really, to any rig you guys have. It's very customizable and yeah, really helpful. Has helped me a lot. So yeah, uh, that's it for the goggles. Now let's go in and take the hair. We can go into Geo, body, hair pieces. We can all take all these hair pieces and we'll group them and we'll throw them into the body. Okay, they're already in the body. Don't crash. Okay, let me save real quick. Save scene. Alright. So while that's saving, yeah, okay. So we'll rename this to hair. Stay nice and organized. Then we'll move the pivot, okay? We'll move the pivot here. So we'll hold down D and V and just move that pivot there. Just to keep it clean, alright? So now we're gonna take this joint here. Yeah, because we want it to rotate from here. Yeah. We'll select the joints, the hair group, and constrain parent. We also want to constrain. We want to scale constrain this. So I'll select this guy, select the hair, then constrain scale. So when we scale this guy up, oh no, it's not working. Is it still scale constraint? Oh, we lost the point constraint. No. We'll constrain from here. So I'll select this and the hair group, then constrain parent. Wait, what's happening here? I'm not selecting the. God damn it! I see why now. Okay, there. Select both of them. Then constrain parent and constrain scale. So when I scale this guy up, it's not what I want. Okay, my bad, guys. It should be this one because the pivot is there. Okay. Okay. So I'll select this guy. Really sorry, guys. Select the hair group, then constrain parent. Yeah, now it moves with the head. We have some weighting issues here. We can fix that real quick later when we're weight painting. Alright, so now it's moving with the head. If we scale this guy up, it's not quite scaling. Alright, so now we just want it to scale. We will scale it with this guy. Let's try another scale constraint. That is not what I want. Why? Oh, why? Why? Da. Okay. What if we scale constraint from here? Constrain scale. Boom. Okay, that's working. Yeah, alright. Yeah. So now he's like one of those tall minions. Alright. Take away that scale. Oh, that's working fine. Alright, now let's check these guys. Okay, so we have a bit of weighting issues up here. So, yeah, weight painting. We're gonna have to weight these guys. Weight, skin weight. This one's acting quite well. We're gonna have to add in corrective shapes for this. Yeah. Or just smooth out the influencing there. Yeah, the head is moving too much. Yeah. Alright. So when rigging, it's really just a matter of checking your influencing every now and then. Like just move your joints around, and then check if you want to move stuff with stuff, you know. Like if I move this guy, I might want to move this guy back a bit or up a bit. I don't know, you can get a lot of stuff out of this, out of these corrective joints, because they're already there for you, right? So you might as well use them. And you could get some cool stuff. So another thing I like doing, so I'll group this guy here. No, these two guys. Group that. To check that, I should go into my rig, and yeah, so I have group. We'll make this right mid lip offset. So this is your mid lips, and I'll take this, then I'll control click on this, then I'll go to constrain parent. So when I move this guy, they move with him, right? Another thing I want to do is select this and select my mid lip offset, then constrain parent as well. So what happens is they stay in the middle and they kind of follow the corner a bit, and yeah, you get something like this. Alright, but what I want is I want more influence from our head. Okay, so I will take this down to 0.3, and for the head I'll bring up to 0.7, just like our offsets, right? I mean, just like our corrective joints. So now our head has more influence. We'll just add a bit more in there. So 0.2, 0.8. Yeah. Now the cool part is, why did we group it? Why didn't we apply it to these guys? Because we applied it to the group so that we can still take these guys and move them around, and they will not be affected. See? And they will not be affected by that. Right? They will not snap back into place, because if you have a parent constraint on the joint directly, they will snap back to place and you can't key them anymore. So a good way to control your constraints would be to add in some offsets, just grouping them and adding offsets. Yeah. So I still want a bit more influence on the head, just a bit more. So 0.1 and 0.9. It just adds a lot of secondary. See, like you get this secondary motion here. It adds a lot for the animators, that they don't have to go in and move every single piece one by one. Now trust me, because in my short film, my monster, you guys will see it anyway soon. My monster has this kind of setup, and it was a really bad pain in the ass to move all of these guys one by one every single time I wanted to move the corner. Yeah. So all this secondary, you're doing your animator a favor by just adding that secondary for them. Other animators might not want that, but you're giving them this constraint to edit anyway, so they can turn this off if they want to. It's really simple. You just zero these guys out and you're good. Okay, so now I will parent constrain these guys here. No, not parent constrain. I'll group them, then parent constrain. So again, this will be left mid lip offset. Alright, so I'll take this guy, then control click, constrain, parent. Now on the fly, I'll throw it to 0.1. Take this guy here, select this, constrain, parent, like this, 0.9. And yeah, so now when we move these joints around, oops, wrong joint. Ha! Alright, when we move these guys around, there we get that nice secondary. Yeah, adds a lot. It adds a lot. What you guys might want to do, the more advanced you go into this, like you can take this guy and offset this separately. So when you move this up, he moves up further. When you move it down, he moves down further as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's really a preference. I'm just keeping it basic for now. I don't like how this smile is happening. You might want to add rotation. See, and it's quite cool because as you rotate, you also rotate these lower stuff, and yeah, really cool, really cool. So we'll go into weight painting and fix that later. Another thing we might want to check is this guy here. Yeah. See, this you might also want to add a bit of influence. So I'll take this guy, go to my right. Yeah, go to my right, then constrain parent this as well. And yeah, if I move this around, no, that's too much. So yeah, you see now that there's limits to this. But you know what? Let's just do it anyway. I can take this guy and group him one more time inside this group. I don't want to take him out of the group. Move it up the hierarchy. Okay, so this group will be. Sorry, let me drop this down. This group will be. All I have to do is take this, copy, paste, and then instead of joint, we'll call it offset. Yeah, right upper lip offset. So now I can take this and parent constrain this, constrain parent, and take my head, parent constrain this group, right lip offset. Yeah, and constrain parent as well. So when I move this guy, he moves a bit, and when I move this guy, moves both of them. Oh dear. Why are you not moving? You're supposed to be moving. Supposed to be moving. Why are you not moving? So we'll take this as well and add him into the influencing. Is that right? Constrain, parent. There. So now he moves a bit. We lost that nice secondary we had, so I'll just take it out. Sorry guys. Alright. There, so we have it back. So in moving this guy, we might just go in and add that secondary manually. It's not that hard to do, but for the corners it is quite hard because we wanted to. The corners are have more dramatic movements, so we really want that secondary in there. Yeah. As for these guys, we're gonna have to deal with it. Alright. Now let's check the shoulders. There. This is all gonna be in weight painting. So let's just do those last final checklists before we go in and weight paint. Yep, definitely weight painting. Also here, just a bit of weight painting. Alright. Looks like we're done. Looks like we're done with this. Okay. So before we weight paint, we want to add our first few controllers. So let me minimize all of this. Let me minimize Geo. And let's add one more group. So I'll just hit Control G. That will add a null. We will call this CTRL. Alright. And let's go to our curves and let's create a circle. Nerves, curves, circle. Scale this guy up. And the first controller you make will be the COG control. Other people like to customize their controllers. In this case, you know what? Yeah, in this case, Yeah, in this case I won't. It just takes too much time drawing out your own controllers. You can do it on your own time. It's really simple. Just draw on the grid and snap your points to the grid and create, create shapes. Create the shapes you want. But for now, we'll just use this. And I like having 2 circles for the COG control. So this will be the COG. Now I want to combine these two. How do you combine these two? Let me toggle my control command line down here. Yeah. Alright, so I'll display shapes and I will open these guys up. Select this and select the final shape group you want to parent it to. Then I'll go to my command line and I will type in what was it? Oh dear. Parent -r-s. Yeah. There you go. Haha, I remembered. Okay, and you can delete this last shape node because we don't need it. And untoggle shapes. Oops, I forgot one thing. Yeah. Before you do parent, you go to modify freeze. You have to make sure that these guys are frozen. That is one thing I forgot. So I'll open this guy up, select this, and select this. Then go into parent -r-s. Then I'll delete this last one here. And what this does is so that when I select one, it selects both of them. They're now one shape. See? And they act as one single shape. Regular parenting won't work because if you select one, it's a different shape. If you select another, it's a different shape. So yeah, you want to keep it as one single shape node. Alright, so I'll take this guy. Yeah, it's already frozen for me, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, now by holding down V, I'll snap this to the head control here, down here, and scale this guy up. Yeah. So what this will do is this will be our main head control. Yep, it's centered out. Duplicate this one more time. And here. This will be our secondary head control. Yeah. So basically this is your neck control and this is your head control. Alright, so I will freeze both of these guys. Modify freeze. Alright, so I'll take this guy, take this, then constrain parent. Oops. Wait, one more thing we forgot to do is name these guys. Alright, so this will be our head, CTRL. Then this guy here will be our neck, CTRL. Oh, what happened here? Take this guy and this will be our COG, CTRL, center of gravity. You might want to make this your biggest control, just because we move this a lot. Now I'm gonna have a animation tutorial when I animate this minion, and you will see how much we actually move our center of gravity. We literally move it every time we move something in our body. Well, basically that is what animation is, but I'll just stop talking about it. There's just a lot that goes with it, there's a lot to it, and yeah. It's a conversation for another day, basically. Alright. This guy will have a lot of weight painting problems. Yeah. Okay, so we need one more controller for this here. This will be our spine control. So I'll take this, duplicate that. throw it into here. Yeah. Yep. We can play around with the shape at least to make this look different. I'll take the control vertex, take this and the back one, pull it, no, not the back one, just the one here in front, pull this down a bit. So I'm going in and modeling a controller shape I like. Pull this up, bring it back. Okay, that did not work out. Let's isolate this curve just so we can see it better. Select this and this and isolate that. Pull this up as well. Take this guy in, push it in. Yeah. So we have this nice, chest control, whatever we're gonna end up calling it. So modify freeze. Yeah, might as well call it chest. CTR chat. Chest. CTRL. It's frozen? Can't be frozen. Oh yeah, we froze it. Okay, so now let's go into the parenting. First off, this will be parented to this, as well as this will be parented to this. And select all of them, modify freeze, yep, and then this will be parented to this. So basically it's just like this. There. Yeah. Okay. One more thing we forgot is the hip control. So my hip control shape looks like this here. See, I offset that, scale this in, scale this guy out. Okay, now I will take curve point. Why curve point? Come on, control vertex. Pull this guy up here, as well as the back. Pull it up as well. Yeah, this will be my hip control. Yeah, so I'll modify freeze this as well. This will be parented to this as well. Alright, so everything's frozen. Just double check. Like this one's not. Freeze this. This one's not. Freeze this. And just double check everything. You can always add in controllers. They're quite simple to add in. So I'll take my COG, throw it into my CTRL group, my control group, and rename this to hip. CTRL. Why is this capitalized? I don't know. Alright, so constraining. Now it's really straightforward. Take your COG, select your COG root joint, constrain point. Okay, then I'll take this hip control, select this, then constrain orient. So what happens is, I rotate this, it controls that, but I can also rotate it separately. Here, see? Once we add in the IKs on each piece, it's gonna make more sense. Okay, so now I take this guy here, select this, then constrain parent. Take this guy here, select this, do the same. You can hit G, it will do the same thing. Take this, select this, then hit G. What G does is, just use the previous control. Previous tool. There. So we have these guys moving. Yeah. Alright. Okay guys, there is something I missed, which is quite important. I want to group the upper jaw separate from the lower jaw. Now, this is gonna be tricky because the teeth will move up while I'm. Anyways, you guys will see. So I'll take these guys. I'll group them. So I have to open my rig group again. So now I have this group here. I'll call this upper jaw. Then I'll call this. You know what? Just call it upper jaw for now. No, we have to add in a label for that. This will be an offset. Alright. So I'll take this guy. And yeah, conveniently enough, its pivot is here. So this will be our upper jaw. And then I'll take my lower jaw. Group this. Call it lower jaw. Oh dear, I missed something. Fudge. Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z. Okay, so these guys already have their offsets. Looks like we're gonna have to redo this. Oh well, yeah. So I'll just take these guys group and then take these guys group. And you want to delete your offsets here. This offset and this. Delete those mid-lip offsets. And let's open these guys up. Alright. So this will be upper jaw. And this will be lower jaw. Say hello, lower jaw. Alright, so I can take this group. And I can select my lower jaw here. Then I can go into constrain. Alright. And now they move. Why did I have green values somewhere? Okay, I did not. Okay, so the gums have to move as well. Okay, so the gums. The gums, I can turn off body. And yeah, so lower jaw. Shift select, constrain, parent as well. Rotate this, and yeah, we have the lower jaw moving along with that. Now select the upper jaw. Hit this in G just to reuse the tool, previous tool, and yeah, the upper jaw is moving as well. Turn on the body, and yeah, we get something like this. Pretty nice, I must say. Okay, so now when moving the jaws, we want the corners to move as well. So I'll take the group and select the corner, constrain parent, select the group, constrain parent, select this group, parent as well, and this group, parent as well. So now when I move one group, it moves that. If I move another, it moves that as well. So we have this happening. Alright. Obviously we will have separate controls for all of them, as you guys can see. Oh, we need to offset these guys. Sorry, so sorry. I'm confusing you guys like crazy. Okay, so let me take away the constraints I had on these guys. Okay, let me group this and this one here as well. Group this. We will, let's rename everything first. This will be upper jaw, offset, and this will be lower jaw, offset. Fudge. Concentrate. Offset. This one here will be right corner. What did we call it? Right mouth corner. Offset. and this will be our left corner offset. Mouth corner. Alright, remember we need offsets in any case that we might want to key this as well. We don't want to have two different constraints piling up. We don't want that, okay? So we want to offset whatever we're doing. Okay, so I'll take the lower jaw, offset, and prime constraint. And do the same with this guy here. Hit G, upper jaw to here, constrain, and this as well, constrain. So now when I move these guys, I can, there, I get something like this. Yeah. So move this up, and as you can see, we have no constraints, so we are free to do whatever we want with this. We can key that as well, so that's basically what we want. We want to be able to key that. Well, not the joint, but you know, like the controller can move it freely, and we won't have to worry about the constraints piling up on top of each other, and yeah, basically weight painting will do the rest. Okay, so now what we need is a controller for that. Yeah, a controller for that. So yeah, we're gonna make a controller for that in the next part, because this part is getting long. Alright guys, I'm really sorry for the mistakes I had here. Yeah, just bear with me. It's a learning process. We are learning together. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next part where we will start adding in controllers and weight paint. Alright, thanks guys, and see you guys in the next part.